should we still consume goods or services from artists or corporations that are reputably bad? And I actually want you to elaborate a little more. What do you mean by reputably bad? Like bad people, bad morally? Like what do you mean by that?
Yeah, all of that, because all of the above, I guess. And it's funny because it does kind of like segue into this. Like, should people keep watching Hassan if we know he's a liar? The same thing with like R. Kelly. Like, we know he's been convicted. Should
Like
we
John's
keep?
little joke last week, pulling up the middle
Yeah, like
school. Oh, God.
should we keep listening to his music? Should it still be played on the radio, or should we just erase him from history? And like even corporations, like when you buy things from a corporation that's
Whoa,
done something
whoa,
crazy, like should
whoa,
we
whoa,
keep using
whoa.
that?
What do you think, Gene?
What specifically?
Should people keep watching Hassan, or should they enjoy the the moment or the what he's bringing to them?
The reason why this is hard for me is because I don't think people should do anything they don't want to do. If you want to watch this guy, watch him. But I'm gonna have an opinion about it. Like I'm gonna like, you really watch this guy? Blah blah blah. Like I don't think we should go. I guess it depends. How would we do this? Do you think
Do you
we
think
should,
he
as a
still
community,
deserves
try to
to
shut him?
have to be as successful? Do you think his name should be tarnished?
That's actually the other question I was thinking about, because I was also thinking about Blizzard, like the
What?
company. They've got a tarnished name now, and it's like, should we keep playing the games? With companies, it's a little different because there's people in the company that are innocent, and so you don't want to. If you boycott the games, you also make those people go hungry, or not so intense, but like you also basically are punishing them.
Well, let's keep it to an
Um,
individual person, like John's trying to do. Like let's keep it to someone we can actually look at that's so specifically
Should
accountable.
Hassan's name be
Hassan. So
tarnished?
should Sean's names be tarnished? Like I don't know if like.
Because he asked if his name should
Maybe
be
if it,
removed from. What did you say? He should be removed, or
I think Doc was just trying to get the point across. But
yeah.
but should he be removed? No, I don't think he should be removed. Like
Banished.
let him speak. Let this hypocrite speak. Like let his hypocrisy be viewed. We don't need to shut him down. We don't need to silence him. Like if this is who he really is, let him out here and let him
you
shine.
gave me consistency. The reason I ask is because this is equatable to having statues of historical figures who have done things wrong. That's why I said, should his name be tarnished? When he asked should the person be removed? And I mean, I agree as far as like if it's
Well,
there.
if you want to
It's
get into
there.
that, then that's
no,
why I
no,
try
no,
to
no.
make
But
it.
you answered it consistently across the board is what I'm saying. If you want to go watch him, go watch him. If you want to go listen to him, go listen to him. If you feel he's a hypocrite, he's a hypocrite. But as far as his name being tarnished, you said no. As far as being removed from history or whatever it is, his accomplishments being removed from history, you say no. So then my response to that means you have to enjoy the art,
Entertainment that comes with
the entertainment that came with it, because it's like, I mean, obviously there are certain things that aren't the same as far as R. Kelly. You don't want to just listen to. I personally can't listen to his music and not think of him pulling up the middle schools. It's just not something I could do. Um, but as far as like removing people from history and doing all these things, I just think we need to be objective about everything that happened. So,
So
like,
let's analyze this question real quick. When you asked this question, Doc, did you mean on an individual basis, as we as individuals should do personally, or
Society.
something we should do as a society? Like what's your question here? Are we trying to?
I thought you were asking about society.
Well, I was actually having trouble coming to terms with it because there's so much cancel culture out right now that I was actually wrapping around of it, because it has done good and it has done bad, and so I was just like, what is the right way to implement it that's fair? And so
I would
I
say
was
that.
thinking like, well, companies are fucked up, people are fucked up right now, and like it almost feels like all the stuff we used to like, it's coming out as bad. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I think
but
the
Chick-fil-A
solution is more
sandwich always
light,
gonna
not
taste
less,
like
not more
Chick-fil-A.
darkness. If that makes sense.
Chick-fil-A sandwich always gonna taste like Chick-fil-A sandwich, no matter what press they run. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, bro, where else you gonna get that sandwich?
Nowhere. Those sandwiches are
You're not gonna
delicious.
get that shit nowhere else. You feel me? So
That customer service is
it's
impeccable.
What
up
the
to you to
at
make
that
that
point, I'm gonna be
decision.
objective.
It's
At
up to
that
you to
point, I'm
make
gonna
that
be
decision
objective as
every
fuck,
time you
man.
go there. So as far as what because if we keep context and everything, we're not gonna do anything.
But that's why I was trying to make the point earlier, which was the solution, I think, is more light, not more darkness. So what I mean by more light is more attention. Like, let's go back to the Hassan example. We shouldn't kick him off Twitch. We shouldn't shun him. We shouldn't silence him, cancel him, or all the things. We should just be like, yeah, this is Hassan. This is his Twitch platform. This is the link you can go to watch Hassan. This is what he espouses. These are links saying what he says, and this is what he makes, and this is what he does. Like, here's all the information. Make your opinion.
Who should post that? Where should that be available at?
We're a capitalist society. Someone can do that if they want to. I don't know.
Oh, but you're not saying it has to be on like his profile.
No, yeah, he doesn't have to do it himself. If someone feels the need to point out his hypocrisy, we're supposed to be in a capitalistic market society. Take it upon yourself to build a database, all his hypocrisies and all that stuff, deceitfulness, whatever, and then bring it to light. Say, hey, Hassan's not who you think he is, or what another example? Blizzard is not who you think. Well, they did do that, and look what's happened to Blizzard. Like this we need more light. If you put more darkness in it by canceling them, shunning them, pulling them off, it gives them time to recess back into the darkness and reevaluate the situation and come back without actually having to change. It's just, I got caught.
I'm actually coming to a conclusion to that. Certain, not like there's a cutoff or limit.
That's
or
not a weird
like
thing.
that,
they got caught, but you know what I mean.
A large amount of money comes with some type of hypocrisy. I don't know why I feel that way yet, so I'll probably
a large amount
like
of money.
just having this. If you're somebody from humble beginnings, reaching that level of success, there's not. I don't want to say the word hypocrisy then, but there's some form of you. There was a point, and I'm not saying all money's bad money either, but there was a point where you probably had to make a decision that went against
your principles or something
morally or principle that you have.
You were tested,
like to get to the level, not to that. Okay, because you can start playing the game, right? Like Hassan, if he was not making this money, then what would be the problem? There wouldn't be one. You get what I'm saying? And so he reached a point to where it became hypocritical.
Like him, but yeah.
But it reached a point where it became hypocritical because he was bringing in this amount of money.
Well, I don't think the issue is the amount of money. I think it's the way he
if it said
is
30K
utilizing
a month,
the money.
We probably wouldn't.
Well, I think if Hassan made right here $3 million, if he made $3 million and it was known out in the sphere that Hassan actually donates a large portion of his money, like blah blah blah, then I don't think, even if, like, who cares? He's actually giving back to the community. But we know that he spent, what was it you said, Doc, 1.8 on a new house? He's not. And he even said before in a hypocritical way, why can't I take advantage of my labor, or whatever he said? Like, he's clearly not espousing his actual principles or living his actual principles. If he was living his principles and making this much money, then it wouldn't be as hypocritical. He's making this much money and he's using it in a way that abides by his principles, but he's not.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, I think it's just
weird
the fact that it's corruption, and I think that's what people are reacting to. It's just like this visual corruption.
Blatant.
Yeah, it's a better word for it, blatant corruption. Yeah.
I don't know. I just never, like I said, if he's a hypocrite, he's a hypocrite. I've never been a fan of, and I know you're not saying he needs to spend his money that way. I've just never been a fan of, like,
Yeah, he can spend
if
it any way
he believes
wants.
in what he believes in, and he bought a house. If that house makes him feel secure, if he knows this is his income, and it's possible for his income to link, and you need to be in a place where you feel secure.
But it goes to the question you
know
asked
what I'm
earlier.
saying?
Can you espouse certain principles? Well, I don't remember the exact verbiage, so help me out here. But can you have certain principles but not live those principles out? Well, if that was the way you said it.
Yeah. That's what I was asking. But it seemed like after time, like, so what is him spending the money on the house? What goes against the principle? Because if the house to him is security, and I'm just playing devil's advocate, but if the house to him is security, or the house to him it represents something, different than just the value level of the house, or if the house is a way for him to keep the money because money's in real estate and
property,
and property value, and just so his family can have something. Like
generational wealth,
you know what I'm saying, or just even take care of future generations. And so it's weird to not bring the nuance into it, but I get it. It's almost a troll job because it's like, I don't watch his channel, so I don't know what he says, but it seems like he pretty much trolls capitalism. Like
that's kind of it, though. Like, yeah, he trolls capitalism, and even then, like I feel like saving money for your family is capitalistic. It's at least what like a lot of people interpret as capitalism in the United States, like old money and stuff like that. That's something that like a lot of people throw around. Um, I mean, if you were really, really socialist, you would give money to the community and let the community take care of your family, as opposed to hoarding money so that they can be taken care of from themselves.
Okay, so then my question to that would be, if there's no system for that in place, what community would he give the money to?
Anyone,
Everybody,
anyone he
the,
chooses.
the
Donate it.
society.
Yeah, whatever you
Donate
choose.
to
society.
society. Put a little drop in the bucket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
For
let
example,
society
they-
take
they
care of
wa-
your kids.
Yeah, he wants universal.
people.
I'm not 100% sure
But that's
about
what
this,
I'm
but universal
saying.
health care. Well, then make a company
But
then. Build a
that's
company
what I'm
that
saying.
then addresses
and
that.
again,
Like,
I'm not defending homie, but that's what I'm saying. So if he has $2 million and he believes in universal
you have
healthcare,
wealth. Do something
but
with it.
but he believes in universal healthcare, right? Him donating his $2 million will not bring him universal healthcare.
I'm not, but I didn't say donate. I said build a company. Do something that you think will bring active change to the or bring a solution to the problem.
And so he
He's
doesn't
not
donate at all, or he
I don't.
doesn't.
From my understanding, and I'm not very well informed with Hassan and his dealings, he's not doing anything to bring about a solid solution to the problem besides talking about it.
Okay.
And I guess that's me differently with some
Putting on
people,
it.
is I'm more actionable than I am more vocal. I do like talking about things, but if I believe something wholeheartedly, I'm going to make actionable steps towards it.
So then what would be the difference? And I'm just loving playing devil's advocate here.
Go for it.
So what would be the difference between him and a radio host?
If the radio host says this is my job and I'm making money off this, and actually took the money and then gave it to social groups, if his entire gig,
Well, I'm missing your point. Because
Like,
what's the radio
what's-
host and what's the song? What are they talking about? The
what's
problem is
the-
the song
what's the
talks about
difference between
socialist
him-
things, but how he lives his life is not very socialistic.
What's the difference between him and like a CNN news anchor type person? That's what I'm saying.
I think
I'm not understanding the comparison.
I think
The-
the core issue here is just that he's not a person of their principles.
Yeah.
And to me, that is the most grimy thing. Like,
No.
to me, I honestly, I don't watch him, but I won't watch him now, given the issue.
Solidified
of like,
that.
As-
yeah, just because of it's somebody who isn't a part or abiding by their principles. If they're a piece of shit, or and they like, oh, I'm grimy, I'm all about my money, I'm all about doing this, and it's just like, I
can't be
know,
mad.
like, yeah, like I'm not gonna be mad if
He
you
said it.
actually do it to me. You know what I mean? You told me and stuff like that. And so I'm just like, okay, cool. Like I have a lot more respect for that, and I feel like you're probably happier going through life sticking to your principles, regardless of what they are. And karma isn't going to hit you as hard if you're always kind of into your principles. And so I think right now with Hassan, karma, because his principle, it's shown that he's not a man of the principle. I think karma is hitting pretty hard. I mean, I
Okay.
could be wrong. I haven't
And
turned.
like I said, I
I
don't
obviously
watch
haven't
the
tuned
show.
in.
Like I said, I don't watch his show, so I wouldn't know. But the reason why I brought a radio host and like a CNN reporter was I was trying to think of maybe a profession or a person who has a job where it's actually just speaking, and they might not be necessarily, nobody cares if they're upholding what they're reporting.
So
But I also don't know what he speaks on. Like, sincerely, I've never watched this show, so I just don't know what he speaks on. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, but now that I think
it's kind of
about it
similar
now,
to what we're kind of doing. He reacts to news, culture, and politics, and he commentates on it, and he shares his opinions and his
and those are
beliefs
his
and
opinions.
stuff
So
like
you're
that.
paying for his opinion. And so that's my thing. Like, what if he's like, y'all paying for these vocals, baby? Like, y'all just paying for these vocals. Y'all want my opinion on these things? These are my opinions.
So would a good metaphor or comparison be then Cardi B when she says, "I don't cook, I don't clean, blah blah
Boom.
blah," but then she's
She
caught.
cooks
Then
and
what's
cleans.
his face?
Offset.
Thank you. Offset recording her sitting here sweeping and cleaning. It's like, you don't cook, you don't
know,
clean,
come
huh?
on now, exactly. Like,
So is that
it's almost like a WWE. Like, so when does the entertainment become like?
you're clearly doing this for the buck, and this is not really who you are.
Yeah.
It's very obvious that you're exploiting.
Yeah, like
this.
this is a character he plays. Boom, boom.
But that's the problem. It's the character they're playing. But the reason why that's why I don't understand the radio host analogy was just
I was just
it's
searching.
because I guess it depends what their content is. If they're playing a character and we know they're playing a character, then I can't be mad about it. But a song like he doesn't like Doc was pointing out, it's not that he's playing a character. This is who he says he is, what he believes.
Obviously he's not.
His blah blah blah. And
Obviously he's not.
And obviously it's
Obviously
not.
he's playing a character. Obviously, he was playing the character. A $3 million
You
character.
made it to the end. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching Fake Deep Thinking. If you like the show, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and to share. We really appreciate everything and appreciate you. So take it easy. Peace.
Peace.
Have a good day.